I was all prepared to say good afternoon, but it's good evening now. The Minnesota House hopes to end this session with a robust investment in students and families and schools across the state. We were pleased to see an agreement on a significant historic tax bill today and believe that that should serve as a model for an agreement on a K-12 bill yet today. To achieve that agreement, we have spent the last several months listening to students, to parents, to school paraprofessionals, to teachers and school counselors and other support personnel, to administrators and school board members. We have proposed a bill that reflects what Minnesotans have told us. Invest in effective literacy methods, pay our special education costs, respond aggressively to the rising concerns about student well-being and mental health, make sure children get lunch, and pay attention to the youngest and their families. The agreement between the three leaders of several weeks ago provides the resources we need to accomplish these goals. We need the Senate now to hear those same voices that we've been listening to these past months and provide us with a substantive proposal that reflects these priorities and moves towards common ground between the House and the Senate. We've sent several offers to the Senate that feature investments in student well-being, and we hope to see them meet us in those investments. A top priority that we have heard from communities, parents, and school staff is the need to provide dedicated resources to respond to the crisis in student mental health. The impact of the pandemic, the economic instability that too many families have faced these past few years, the effect of social media and other issues have stressed too many students and have created a childhood unlike any childhood before. Pediatricians have told us of the rising demand for mental health services in hospital emergency rooms. Teachers have talked of the greater need for school counselors and other school support personnel. Existing school support staff have told us of their large caseloads, the unmet needs that they see every day, and their own personal and professional exhaustion. We have the resources in Minnesota to respond to these needs. We have the budget target in the legislature this year to respond to these needs. It's Saturday evening. It's time to close out this bill. The House certainly can. We would welcome a substantive offer from the Senate that moves towards middle ground. With me today is Callie Moreau. She's a middle school counselor in the White Bear Lake School District. Callie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Chair. I've been a school counselor in White Bear Lake for 9 years. I've recently had the opportunity to talk to Senator Chamberlain, and I know he believes student mental health is a priority for our Minnesota students. Yet flexible spending for districts is great, but I believe specific funding and dollars for school counseling and other student support staff is needed. Minnesota is currently ranked number 49th in the country for ratio for school counselors. If we fund more school counselors and other support staff, we can proactively support and respond to our students' current mental health crisis. School counselors walk alongside students to improve mental health. For example, we go into classrooms and do lessons on coping skills and emotion regulation. We meet with small groups of students on topics like friendship, conflict resolution, grief and loss. We also work alongside our toughest needs students by partnering with outside agencies and resources in our communities. More school counselors, social workers, psychs, and school nurses would ensure all our Minnesota students have not only the mental health support they need, but the ability to find academic and future-focused success in their academic career. Thank you for your time this evening.
Thank you so much, Callie. Any questions?
Where's the ongoing funding going to come from?
The ongoing funding is in the budget target. We've got the resources to provide these services. We've got the need to provide those services. When you see the need and you have the resources, you should meet the need.
Are negotiations still taking place between you and Chamberlain, or has leadership stepped in and taken over the process?
House leadership has not taken over the bill. I don't know the status in the Senate. You know, I don't talk to Senator Miller. I don't know that he'd pick up the phone. Busy guy.
When's the last time you had any conversation with Senator Chamberlain?
We had a conference committee meeting this morning.
No offer was offered at that time?
We provided an offer, and that's what we're awaiting a substantive response to. Ball's in the Senate court. Quick and easy.
Callie, can you say your name and spell it for us, please?
Sure. My name is Callie Moreau, C-A-L-L-I, last name M-O-R-E-A-U.
And you're with the White Bear Lake?
White Bear Lake Area Schools. I'm a middle school counselor at Central Middle School.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.